Hello everybody, it is Nicole from iiKiui, and today we are going to be doing another dessert series, and we're doing the candy cane. So if you haven't guessed already, it is because it is the holiday season, and I decided to consider candy as a dessert. Another reason was just to get into that holiday spirit and include something a little more festive. So when I started planning out the candy cane design, I actually struggled a lot with the poses, and I'll definitely go more into that in the behind the scenes. But I think I did about a page of poses, just trying to figure out what I wanted to do for the pose with the candy cane, because the main struggle was having the candy cane visible without it being like obstructing her view or in the way or just an awkward pose. So that's kind of what I was going for. And I ended up going with this design. As you can see, she is sitting down, but I did have two initial designs before that just didn't work out. Like, I had it planned, I thought it was good, and then when it came to the paper size, it just didn't work. Like, thumbnail size, they seemed to work, but paper size, it didn't look good in my opinion. I also decided to add a little bit more background element, so I added some presents. I definitely want to focus more on backgrounds in the future for future videos, but that's in another video. I will talk about my art goals for 2018. As for the coloring, I knew I wanted her to have white hair with red and green stripes to represent a candy cane, which is also represented in the candy cane that I color. But I also knew that it would conflict with her outfit, which would consist of red and white because it is the holiday season and that's kind of what you would see. When I did the color comp, I realized that the red on the dress that I used, because I just used Crayola markers, it's a lot darker than what I used in the initial drawing. And I kind of like the color comp better because I think it adds more contrast, or at least it's darker. But ultimately, I do like how it turned out. From the beginning, I knew that I wanted her skin to be darker just because it would contrast better with the white hair rather than a pale skin tone against the white hair and the like white fur on her dress and the hat. So I feel like a darker skin tone helps with that contrast. However, in the end, when I was doing it, I came with a little bit of a snag when I came to her boots because I wanted her boots to be like this reddish brown. But I mean, I know I could have gone around it, but I think that my fear of contrast or darker watercolors kind of played a role, and I ended up not doing too much to it. So I know that I could have done a lot more to it, but I ended up not doing that, which is another thing I want to work on next year. But again, that will come in the future video. There is one thing that I'm proud of, and it's actually the boots, because I actually use reference. Most of the time, I think I'm just too lazy to use reference, and then it comes to oversimplifying clothes or objects, and that ends up kind of ruining the image at the end. So I did use reference for her boots. I kind of mixed and matched a couple of different boots. Some had like fur in it, some were women's boots, some were men's boots, and I just kind of mixed it to what I wanted. So that's what her boots are based off of. I actually really like them. If they had them in real life, I'd probably buy them. But there was one thing that I did struggle with, and it was actually her dress, because I didn't know what to put her in. And I know I could have done better, but I had so many different dress designs, and initially she would have like this kind of shoulder cape thing, but thinking that it would be red, it wouldn't contrast enough. It would conflict with all the other red, and that kind of put me off. But I think if I were to do it over, I would probably change the dress. I'm not entirely sure to what, but yeah, I think I could do much better than I did. To outline the hair, I actually used Stabilo markers because I didn't want it to have a harsh black outline, especially when going over the colored parts. So I used a burgundy and a kind of forest green for the hair. Looking at it now, I can see that the hair conflicts with the candy cane, so maybe I should have stuck with a only red and white hair, but it's too late now. So that's about all I have to say for this drawing. I hope you guys enjoyed it and have a great holiday season. Be sure to check out the behind the scenes if you're interested in the materials that I used and the sketches that I did beforehand. But with that, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. Happy holidays, keep drawing, keep painting, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!